All right, you guys, welcome to episode 100 and something. I'm going to say about 115 of the 2-minute warning. Kind of lost track. Thanks, guys, for tuning in. Today, I'm going to answer the question, in my opinion, of is Justin Herbert the greatest rookie quarterback we've ever seen? I think this guy has come out really shocked the league. Coming out of Oregon, he was a pretty high draft pick, of course. Early first rounder, but I included, a lot of people didn't think he was going to be this good, but this man has showed up and been electric. So what I did was I put together a list of the 10 best rookie seasons I think that have happened throughout at least recent NFL history. I didn't really go back in time very far, maybe the last 25 years. I do have Dan Marino on my list. Of course, he was in the 80s. 83 was his rookie season, but that's the only guy I've gone back for. So really, is Justin Herbert the greatest rookie we've seen in the recent past is what I'm going to be doing today. Like I said, I put together a list of the 10 guys that I think are up there with him, and we're going to take a look at those. So number one, let's take a look at Justin Herbert's stats right now. 10 games through the season, the Chargers are 3-7. Herbert is at 2,700 yards and 22 touchdowns to 6 interceptions. Now, this is a guy that they've 10 games in, they got 6 left. This is a guy that I think can average 3 touchdowns a game for those 6 remaining and get to 40 touchdowns. And 40 touchdowns as a rookie is insane. Now, and again, with those 6 interceptions, I think he can average over the next 6 games less than 1 a game and finish with possibly 10 interceptions on the year. So a 40-10 ratio would be immaculate for a rookie, in my opinion. So he's on pace to be fantastic. Now, looking at the other guys that I considered on this list, my number one all-time best rookie season is 2004, Ben Roethlisberger. Came in for the Steelers, started 13 games that season, won every one of them, went 13-0 as a rookie starter, which is obviously unheard of. Won a first-round playoff game, made to the playoffs, won a first-round playoff game for the Steelers, threw for 2,600 yards, 17 touchdowns, 11 interceptions. Now, stat-wise, 2,600 yards. Herbert already has more by 100, and he's through 10 games, like I said, Roethlisberger had 13. So through less games, more touchdowns. Through less games, half the interceptions, basically. Roethlisberger had 11 through 13, and Herbert's got 6 through 10. So stat-wise, Herbert's beating that season of Roethlisberger in 2004. Second on my list, RG3, came out of college, drafted in 2012, looking like a franchise quarterback for Washington, was headed down that pathway towards ACL, obviously. But 3,200 yards he threw for that year, 20 touchdowns to 5 interceptions, a great ratio there. Stat-wise, that's 16 games he started. Herbert's got 2,700 yards. RG3 through 16 had 3,200. So really, Herbert's only got to pass. Herbert needs 2 games, I think, to pass RG3 for yards. And Herbert already has more touchdowns. Now, RG3 did have less interceptions, but I think based off of the on pace for way more yards and already has more touchdowns, Herbert's having a better season than RG3. But of course, RG3 had a winning season record-wise and won the division and made the playoffs. So there's a big difference there that I'll touch on later. Cam Newton, one of the greatest rookie seasons ever, 2011, 4,000 plus pass yards, 21 total touchdowns, but only 7 were throwing, 14 were on the ground. Herbert doesn't have a run game like that, but he also throws the ball better than Cam. Now, through for the last 6 games that Herbert has, right now he's 1,300 yards behind Cam. I think he can average over 200 a game and beat that. So I think Herbert's on pace to pass Cam's passing yards, which was over 4,000. And of course, Cam did have a losing record that year of only 7-9. So I'm going to give Herbert the edge over Cam Newton's rookie season and say Herbert's rookie season right now is better than Cam Newton's was in 2011, which was a fantastic season. Number 4 on my list, Russell Wilson, a guy that's still in the league now, of course, being fantastic, one of the best quarterbacks in the league, in my opinion. Rookie season was 2012. He threw for 3,100 yards, 26 touchdowns, and 10 interceptions through 16 games he started. I'm only considering regular season stats. So, of course, Herbert's only 400 yards shy of that right now, so he's going to blow Russell Wilson's yards out of the water. He's going to pass him touchdown-wise, and he might finish with less interceptions. Of course, Herbert, I think, is a guy that's going to end. Realistically, he can end with 40 touchdowns, but if I'm going to go, I'm going to say he averages about 2.5 for the last 6 games, which puts it at 15 more. So I'm going to say he ends with 37 touchdowns. Russell only had 26. And, of course, Russell won Offensive Rookie of the Year and went 11-5. I think Herbert is going to win Offensive Rookie of the Year, but, of course, 11-5 is out of the picture. Number 5 on my list, Andrew Luck in 2012, 4,300 yards. That is a lot of yards. 23 touchdowns, 18 interceptions. Of course, Herbert has only 1/3 of those interceptions. He's only got 6, but he still has 6 games to play. He's going to pass Andrew Luck touchdown-wise by over 10 touchdowns, in my opinion. Andrew Luck only had 23. Herbert's already had 22. And Andrew Luck, of course, went 11-5 and made the playoffs. Other guys on my list, Dak Prescott, Dan Marino, 1983, Matt Ryan, 08, Dak Prescott's rookie season was 2016. I didn't say that. Peyton Manning, 98. So Dak Prescott made the playoffs, went 13-3. Dan Marino that year only started 7 games, maybe 8 games, whatever. Dolphins finished 12-4, made the playoffs. Matt Ryan started all 16 games that year for the Falcons in 08, made the playoffs. Andy Dalton made the playoffs. So that's really the deciding factor for me right now. Of all these guys I just named on my list, the only ones that didn't make the playoffs, Peyton Manning in 98, Cam Newton 2011, and that's it. So those 2 guys. And for that reason, I'm going to give Herbert the edge over their rookie seasons right then and there. Peyton Manning threw an insanely high amount of touchdowns. Insanely high amount of interceptions, had 28. So Herbert's rookie season better than Peyton Manning's, 100%. I'll stand by that. Herbert's rookie season better than Cam Newton's. I'll stand by that. But for the rest of those guys, like I said, Ben Roethlisberger, Russell Wilson, Andrew Luck, Matt Ryan, Andy Dalton, I can't give Justin Herbert the edge over their rookie season simply because they won games. They made the playoffs. Now, stat-wise, individually looking at Justin Herbert's playing style, I'm taking him over Andy Dalton, over Matt Ryan, over Dak Prescott. He's just such a good player. His arm strength, like I said, reminds me of Aaron Rodgers, reminds me of Josh Allen. His veteran mindset reminds me of Aaron Rodgers, reminds me of Drew Brees, not really Drew Brees, because Drew Brees doesn't throw the ball deep downfield, but a younger Drew Brees. He reminds me of Tom Brady. Justin Herbert is a veteran quarterback already in his rookie season. So I think he, like I said, will win Offensive Rookie of the Year, will really turn heads, already has turned heads. Really a fantastic player. But when answering the question, is he the greatest rookie quarterback ever? Is he having the best rookie season of any quarterback ever? My ultimate answer is going to have to be no, simply because this Chargers team is one I see finishing 8-8 at best. Likely 7-9 or even worse. Like I said, the Chargers as a team have been blowing leads throughout the season. They had a streak of 5 games in a row of 18-point leads they lost. So I can't give Herbert the best rookie season simply because the team production is not there. I'm not saying that's not necessarily his fault, but I think he's really putting in work. And I just can't give him best rookie season as a quarterback ever because of the fact that this team is not playoff bound and this team is not winning football games. 2 minute warning.